Hey folks, we're 23 games in. The Leafs are averaging almost a goal less than they were at this time last year. Austin Matthews has, is that right? 10 goals? Is he hurt? That's it? Is he struggling, or do we need to be concerned? We're going to break it all down for you right here on the
You're in the offensive zone, your place for Leafs hockey.
Hey folks, welcome to the OZone. That's Coach, that's Katie, and I'm the Devo. I'm coming to you from Little Portugal in the T-Dot downtown west end of Toronto. KD, where are you coming from us?
As always, Midtown, just off the Danforth, packing on some extra calories here.
Beautiful,
Good,
Coach. Good. Coach, where are you at?
So I'm down at our American affiliate down here in Texas, South Lake, Texas, fellas. The Friday night lights are still on. The South Lake Carroll Dragons moving on in the Texas 6A football playoffs. It's getting down. I think we're down to 8 teams here.
Big.
Well, that's something. Listen, folks, hit subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, share the video, leave a comment. It helps us get better, and we always get to them. Listen, the Leafs on pace for a 110-point season. Things are pretty good on that front. They're defensively, they're solid. They are almost a stingy team to play against. They're giving up very few goals this year. They are not scoring the way that we've become accustomed to, and certainly not at the pace they were scoring at last year. I believe they're at about 3.8 goals per game. Leafs sit at around 17th in the league right now at about 3 goals per game even. That's creeping up, though, so it's something to keep an eye out for. Much of our cap goes towards high-end forwards, scorers. A lot of that cap goes to Austin Matthews, and we all know he had 60 goals last year. He's on pace for 35 right now, which seems a little lackluster for him, and certainly from what we've been accustomed to for old number 34. KD, is this lack of team scoring an issue, and what's going on with Matthews?
With Matthews, well, I've said it. Yeah, I've said it earlier, and I from the eye test. I'm worried about the fact that he's not actually taking that snapshot that often, and so that has me thinking that maybe his wrist is sore. Or there's something there. But I will notice too, and I think maybe Coach will bring it up, that the puck is rolling off his stick a lot. You know, he's fanning on shots. He's missing. I mean, we saw it a couple times last night. He was looking to load up the shot, and it rolled off his stick, fanned on a pass over to Nylander. He's playing like a guy who's just changed the pattern of his stick. You know, he played with the Sherwood 50-30 for years and years and years, and then got a new blade with a heel curve, and all of a sudden now the puck is just kind of rolling off. It doesn't seem like it's sitting there right. So I don't know. He's not right. It's not the Matthews we saw last year. I pray it's not an injury, but it's something. Something's in there. I haven't quite been able to figure it out.
Well, yeah. Listen, I think something's up. It could just be somewhat of a short sample size, and maybe he goes off. We did see him rip a couple of wristers in the last few games, not all going in the net or even on net, to be honest, but I'd like to see that part of his game come back. Coach, what do you think about this Matthews situation in the scoring?
Hey, I couldn't afford a 50-30 growing up, Kev. You know, hey, one time though, I got a Titan. And that was awesome because in the summer after the season, you could use that playing street hockey.
Oh, yeah.
And you just it would just wear down. It'd be like a sharp end at the end. That's right.
Spaghetti noodle.
Yeah, but it'd be like sharp at the end, so you could raise it. You get under the ball. Kerfoot should use that. You could raise it. So I'll look at this both ways. Matthews first, and then sort of the team scoring, right? We are off almost a goal a game scoring. Most of that's just Matthews. Like, I don't know. He might be hurt. I mean, he had a dominant shift there where he goes in on the forecheck, takes it, gets it to Nylander, and he scores. Like he is playing more physical. His 200-foot game is there. Maybe he's banged up. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. Maybe this is cause and effect, right? But he's shooting at 10% shooting percentage for the year, okay? And he's got 10 goals. He's got 98 shots. If he was shooting at his average, which is set for his career, which is 17%, he'd have 17 goals right now, be one off the league lead, and he'd be on pace for 59. So if he just gets back to his average, I think we're okay. So it's either something's not right or it's going to come. And I hope that it's going to come. Yeah. But I'll tell you this. I don't really care. Okay, we're rolling. Mike, as you said right off the top, 4th in the league, you know, with this Band-Aid defensive group and 3 huge question marks in goal. So that's fine. Here's where we need him to produce, the playoffs. So if he's, you know, going through, let's say he gets 35. Well, maybe that's a motivated guy to get something done in the playoffs. You know, that might be okay. In terms of the whole group scoring, Kev, you mentioned this last time. I think the bottom 6 is not giving us much. Other than, hey, Pontus Holmberg's got 2 goals, which, by the way, fellas, moves him into second in NHL history for goals by guys named Pontus. Pontus Aberg had 17. He's way out there. Yeah. But like the bottom 6 is not constructed that way. And they're playing more, as you mentioned, because they're just playing good, solid hockey. I think that translates into being a better playoff team. Maybe they chip in here and there, but we were looking for offense out of Spezza and company, and as a result, they could play 8 minutes a game. Now you're rolling 4, and you're okay. So to answer the question, Mike, I'm not that worried. I don't care, I mean, how you win. You usually win with tight D in the playoffs anyway, so let's just keep rolling.
Yeah, that's a good point. And listen, core 4, add up all the points for the core 4 now compared to last year. I suspect it's probably bang on. Matthews.
I have that stat.
Yeah, go.
I have it. 23 games in, the core 4 are forwards. Nylander, Matthews, Marner, Tavares, 100 points. Last year, after the end of the 23rd game, 78 points.
There you go.
So it's not Matthews scoring a bunch, but everybody's contributing. It's a good point, Mike.
And this was an argument I've been making for a couple of years about maybe swapping up those lines and bringing 16 to play with 91. Elevating 91's game at all costs, I think, is important, right? So we're seeing it spread it out a little bit. It actually makes
Mike, you've said this forever, right? I mean, the Tavares' best season ever was with Marner. Ever. Yeah. Matthews' best season ever was with Marner. Yeah. I mean, you know, there's a reason why Paul Marner's lawn is crap-free from my brother's dog. Because Mitch Marner is legit, fellas. He's legit.
He's on fire
now, too. Let's also point out, too, as you were saying, Coach, Keefe has a lot more trust in the bottom 6 than he did last year. Those guys are playing more minutes. And that bottom line is playing 10 to 12 minutes a game. Last year, it was 6 to 8 max. And they never saw the ice. And, you know, last game, I think many people would say last game was Matthews' best game of the year. Well, he had 3 points, a goal, 2 great assists. He was 7 for 9 on the faceoff dot. Played 17 minutes, the least amount of time he'd played in any of the games so far this year. So maybe that's a little bit to do, too. Keep him fresh.
Maybe you should keep that pattern on his stick.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. Listen, you keep coming back here, and we keep serving it up for you like we're always going to do right here on the OZone.